All right. I'm glad it tells me I'm live. Nowadays, in my condition, I need that little note right there that says, "You're live." Oh no, I know it's later. I have a lollipop. Oh, no Indian. Damn it. Interesting. It says I have one eye on me. Well, welcome if you've never been here. I feel like I've never been here. It's been, what, like 2 months or something? It's been 2 months since I've been out here. Justin, how's it going? I forgot that I can't see as well as I used to. I can't read. I was bad at reading my comments before, but I've been all right. I'm just learning about my new life. Look, I'm drinking bubbly water. I've become very high end in my off time. It's like bubbly, that new water. I mean, I call it bubbly, but it's bubbly. Terrible water. It's like flavored but not sweetened. Yeah. The way to describe it, it's kind of like eating. That's orange, right? It's like eating orange gum that somebody else has chewed for 2 hours and then gave to you. Because the only way you get joy from gum is when you first put it in your mouth and it's like hubba bubba, a new square, and it's all nice and sugary and tastes great, and that lasts for like what, 15 minutes, half hour, and then it just becomes like a ball of gum. You can tell it's orange, but it has no fun. It's kind of like that. And the sparkly is kind of like the fun, like when you first put in your mouth, but then you swallow, and there's no sweetness. There's like nothing to it. It basically tastes like you're drinking water that somebody put an orange peel in. Yeah, you get the flavor of orange, but there's just no fun with it. These used to be sugared, but it was unsweetened. It was like fake sugary. I guess people decided they'd rather have the orange without the, I don't know, possibly cancerous sweetener effect or whatever sweeteners were supposed to be. They were supposed to be dangerous somehow. So now I've learned to drink it like this, but it's why? I mean, why? Wouldn't you rather just drink unflavored water? Why do you have to have a flavor in it when it's not sweet? That'd be kind of like eating the orange peel, but not eating the orange. I wanted the orange flavor, but I didn't want it to be sweet, so I just ate the peel. Okay, I have weird. I do have weird ideas about things. Maybe that's why Bill didn't like me too much on here. Is different. Now I'm different. I'm just a little bit of a gimp. I'm like a weeble now. I wobble, but I don't fall down. Yes, that's right. I've learned to walk. When I walk, I kind of like woo. Yeah, I'm trying. I just gotta get used to this. I'm trying to learn everything else about coming back. I mean, I made that new video, so I've gotten better at actually sitting down and working on the computer, editing. I just didn't feel like doing anything for a couple weeks. And well, the live thing, I realized it's cold out here. People used to always go like, "Isn't it cold out there?" And I just go, "Yeah." And then I go, "It's only in the 50s." No, but since I've been inside for the last like 3 months in winter, when I come out here, I'm like, "Ooh, it's cold out here." How did I used to sit out here for hours and hours on end? I had a blanket for a little while. I know that. Oh yeah, and FYI, since the stroke, yeah, I don't drink anymore. It's not. I mean, I was kind of getting over it anyway because I've been in it a long time. It was getting kind of old. But yeah, they told me not to drink again, which I had no real desire to. And since then too, I don't smoke anymore. I mean, I'd switch from the cloves to the black and milds, but well, I used to do this a lot. This is what I did before I smoked. I always had lollipops for like years and years. I always had lollipops. So I figured now that I'm not smoking, I'll go back to my lollipops. Tootsie Pop, by the way. No blow pops, no dum dums. Dum dums are for ravers. Bubblegum, blow pops. I like to suck on these until even the Tootsie in the middle is gone, all the way down to the stick. When you get the gum, you get down to the gum, and then the gum doesn't melt. So you're basically left with a stick with a wad of bubblegum sticking on the top of it. And I don't need to like peel it off and chew it. So I would always do lollipops. And then I'd suck it all the way down until all the Tootsie's gone. And a lot of times I just have to stick in my mouth and suck on that for a long time, kind of like a toothpick. But yeah, I was known for that for like at least 10 years. Yeah, until like 2000. Most of the 90s. Whenever I was out at a club or I was out somewhere, I lollipop. And I always had extras with me. And a lot of times the girls would come up and be like, "Can I have a lollipop? Can I have a lollipop?" That's a good way to be. Girls would want to race up to me because I did it right. I only carried one or two extra lollipops. So if you weren't there first, you didn't get a lollipop. So they would fight over who could find me and rush up to me, and I go, "Can I have a lollipop?" I don't know. Everybody called me Kojak, but I never watched Kojak. That's an old TV show with a guy that was also bald. And he was a detective, but he always had a Tootsie Pop with him. I didn't get it from there. I learned it from some other friends that were clubbers. They would just always go clubbing, but they'd have lollipops. And then the Dum Dums became a big thing for the ravers. The little teeny lollipops. So I guess lollipops are sort of a raver or club thing. So how's everybody been? I still haven't been fishing yet. I was asked to go Saturday with Tito, but I don't know. It was supposed to rain a little bit, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. Aren't quite there yet. You know, and thank you everybody, the people that keep. I mean, when I put up that video, a lot of people got back to me and said, "Good to see you're feeling better." am feeling better. I don't really feel, but when I'm sitting down, I feel fine. It's mostly just when I'm walking. When I walk places, that's when I get really sort of out of place a bit. And my arm do this arm when I reach for things, or I try to like see when it's a little wobbly when I try to hold up my tripod here. You can see it kind of wobbles. That's the left arm. That's the one I've lost. I say accuracy. Like a lot of times when I reach for something, I hit it instead of like being able to just reach out and grab it really slowly. Yeah, it's just a little, it doesn't respond the way it used to respond to me. Oh, they stocked it again with, they stock Australia. I haven't made it there yet either. Mountain Butcher's like, hey, NBA, what's up? Yeah, I know. My friend Ricardo and that, they went to the first stock. I haven't been to the other stocks. I don't know. I can fish for trout, but I'd have to get a chair. I can't stand up that well anymore. I mean, I can, but when I would go to cast, I think I would kind of like I might go to cast and then just go face first straight into the water. But when I'm sitting down like this, I mean, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty good when I'm sitting. For some reason, with the stroke I had, it's when I'm standing that stuff gets kind of off, and sometimes I was at the post office today, and I was trying to fill something out, and I was standing up. I had my head bending down, so it wasn't straight up and down, and I had to stop writing because all of a sudden my head started spinning, and I couldn't see the paper anymore to write, so I had to like sit up and kind of hold myself steady for a bit, and then I stabilized, and then I was able to write again. Oh yeah, I made it. At least I made it through it. I guess it's good because I lived through the stroke instead of dying from it. I guess. I mean, that's a good thing. Still here. Didn't take me out. It just, I guess, altered me for a bit. Whoa. My neighbor put in new lights. I haven't seen them yet. I can't turn this camera around. That's right. I can't show you guys. He has lights going up each side of his driveway now, and then one right going to his door. Mom said something about him and lights. But, well, let me see. I haven't done this yet. Sorry, it'd been so long since I've been on StreamYard, they wouldn't even let me in. I actually had to go contact them through an email. Then they sent me, they sent me a 6-code number that I had to type in so they could find my account. I'm like, what? It's only been 2 months. They got rid of me already? Yeah, hey, Ozzy. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I said when I'm sitting down or laying down, I'm pretty much normal. It's just when I walk around or move around a lot, that's when I get the vertigo. Even the doctors explain it as vertigo. I mean, it's not like you get dizzy. You get, I don't know. I used to get vertigo even before this, and I'd get all like, sometimes I would kind of like twitch a bit or just lose my balance in that. And since my stroke was in the cerebral part of my brain where balance is, it feels a lot like vertigo. And I was at the doctor the other day, and I was trying to describe it to him. I go, yeah, sometimes when I move, and he goes, oh, you get vertigo. I'm all, yes, that's exactly what it's like. It's like vertigo. It's like it's not getting dizzy like you're seasick dizzy. It's like a vertigo effect. I mean, it takes up to a year and a half or 18 months, I guess, for brains to heal more. So I'm doing good now, but I still have time. But they say it could get, better. I said, at least I didn't lose movement. And see, they always make me smile at them. Because, a lot of times people, depending on what side, you get the drop in your mobility and that. Luckily, I haven't had that, or I haven't had it yet. So, yeah, I know. I'm a person that likes video and that, and so I have a stroke that gives my body video effects. Great. Way to keep going, body. Way to keep up with what I like. If you're gonna have something that ails me, make it be something that a movie's named after, or the effects from it are something that a movie was named after. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just sort of. It's been weird. I mean, I've been watching a lot of TV. I haven't watched TV in years. Probably at least like it's been over 10 years, maybe even 15 years since I've really. I mean, I watch a baseball game or a football game once in a while, but man, there's a there's commercials about fixing my bent penis now. Yeah, and they show a bent carrot. I'm like, what happened to TV? Now they're talking about bent carrots and getting them fixed. And every other commercial, it seems like, is a drug. It's like it's crazy. It's like no matter what your ailment is nowadays. It used to be weight, now it's weight, depression, anxiety. I mean, just everything. I'm like, oh my god, it's just like drug after drug after drug after drug after drug after drug after drug, just commercial after commercial, and the names they get for them, Trimfaza, and all these like weird names. I'm just like, what? When did this happen? I mean, I know there used to be a few that were on. Of course, they're on during the day a lot more than night. I've noticed because I didn't used to really watch TV for like the last 30 years. I've never watched really TV during the day. It's always at night. But yeah, during the day now, it's all just drug after drug after drug after drug. Crazy. I noticed the other day too, the backgrounds. Eames. Hello, Eames. How are you? Well, I'm doing all right. Yeah, green's evidently a background color right now for like I'm seeing a lot of commercials for video type stuff, and dark green. Thanks, thanks, Giles. Jules. Sorry, it's hard. Another thing the stroke did to me is my eyes are a little off now. Yeah, no, my eyes like up close now. It's 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 like hard for me to like focus them, or I don't know. It's like distance. It's hard for me to like zoom in. So, I mean, I misread a lot of my comments before, but now I can have a note from the doctor about my my reading. But yeah, I'm back. I just came out of here for a little bit. Well, glad everybody's getting to get back to seeing people on here. I said I put up that video just a couple days ago. That's obviously the first one I filmed and edited. And I have a couple others. I said I still have to go through all the pictures of me. My stepdad took a bunch of pictures of me at the hospital when I was a psychopath. So I kind of really wanted to see him. Pictures and some video of me when I was trying to first walking around and stuff. So I really wanted to see those. He kept asking me to look at them when I was there, and I kept saying, no, I don't want to see them. Family's good. It's hard. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, before, yeah, I lived with my parents, but I was never here. I was like a ghost. It was like I lived at my friend's house and slept on the couch. But now, like, I can't drive. I can't go anywhere. I have to be here. And so I've been in there, staying with them a lot, in the room, watching TV and that. And it's like, it's not easy living with your parents when they're like in their 70s and 80s. My stepdad came to visit, and I was telling him about it, and he goes, I'm sorry. I mean, I kind of got, it's not sorry, but you're a generation apart. So, I mean, there's a lot of things I understand that they don't understand. Tito! How was fishing, Tito? I told you guys I was supposed to go fishing with him the other day. I think he said he didn't catch any. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just like, with your parents, it's just like they don't get a lot of the commercials I get that I like, and a lot of the things they're all like, that makes no sense, or she'll ask me a lot like, what's that about? What'd that say? What was that about? And I'm like, I try to explain it to her, but she's like, that makes no sense. I'm like, no, that's actually really funny. And she's like, no, that's not funny. Well, it's funny to me. It's a different world nowadays. Like, I really like I made lasagna. Have you guys seen that one? I just love that one. That Chris Rock one where the cook's downstairs going, I made lasagna. And he's like, what? I made lasagna. And he's like, who's Tanya? What about Tanya? All right. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's funny. I just love saying that. Now every time she comes in, when I'm in there, I'm like, I made lasagna. She's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't know. I just think it's funny. What? What? I made lasagna. Yeah, Eames was on. Yeah. Eames is the one that taught me how to do panels. She taught me how to host panels. I couldn't figure out because at first on StreamYard you couldn't host on a phone. You can only host on a computer. I was trying to do it on my phone. And she told me to go to my phone, go to the three little dots, and turn your phone into a desktop. Then you could host on it. Made vagina lasagna. Lasagna, the Italian meal. You made lasagna. I don't know, my voice might be off. Hey, Bait the Hook. I mean, my voice has changed a bit, I can tell. And my laugh is different. See, I don't know, I laugh different now. I used to like my laugh, but I can't laugh that way anymore. The laugh just doesn't come out the same. Lasagna sounds like vagina. Well, I guess. All right, well, to me, I made lasagna, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the way I sound now. I listen to myself on my videos, and I'm like, ooh, my voice changed a bit, or the way I talk. There's something that's, well, I had a stroke, so something has to change. I think it was that breathing unit. I haven't seen it yet, but evidently. See, my laugh is all high. No, but I had that big, I guess I had a big thing down my mouth because they had me on the ventilator. I was kind of coming to when I learned I had to take it out of my mouth, or they were trying to get it out of my mouth in the hospital. It took 3 tries. It's a good dish. I love lasagna. I actually do eat lasagna all the time. And I carry it through the house screaming, I made lasagna. Now, like, all my neighbors can come over to me going, what were you talking about last night? I heard you on the porch talking about something. Food? Lasagna? I'm almost down to the inner core. Well, thank you. Yeah, it didn't, I don't know. It didn't really change my cognitive stuff. But my balance and my walking and stuff, yeah, I'm like way off. I can't run. I have to focus really hard to go up and down stairs. Yeah, I quit. I didn't really have to quit smoking. They never said anything about after the stroke quit smoking, but they did tell me to quit drinking. So yeah, it was definitely the I think the drinking that did me in. I had cut it down a lot to just those 2 cans, but I mean, I had been doing it for like 40 years or something. But yeah, that's why I said that in the beginning of this. I used to do lollipops. I didn't smoke till like 2000, 2001. Anyway, all my friends in that smoked. I never did. I always had a lollipop. So yeah, I went back. I went back to the Tootsie Pops. I figure I can do those when I'm out here. I can do that and drink my sparkling beverage, my unsweetened sparkling bubbly. So I'm hip now. No more of this. Yeah, but one a day? This is like, what? I don't even know how many ounces this is. I did learn that one Mentos is 10 calories. One red grapevine is like 25 calories, something like that. I don't know how much is in Tootsie Pop. Probably like 25 calories or something. I don't know. It's not too much. Yeah, I don't know. I can do one day. My mom even took the chocolate ones because I can't have chocolate. I never liked the chocolate ones, but because Tootsie is not actually chocolate, it's Tootsie. So I never liked the chocolate Tootsie Pops. Oh, good. So one a day won't kill me. 60 calories, 15 grams carbs. Oh, that's cool. I don't. I said I don't. This is the first one I've had in like 3 weeks, so I'm not. I mean, I'm not worried about too much sweets. I sit inside for a while. I wasn't eating. I lost like 20 something pounds. I got down to 141. Brooklyn. Hello. Yeah, I got down to 141. I was like 177, I think, before the stroke. And then I went into the hospital. Lost my appetite. Wasn't eating much. Got down to 141. Now I've been home. I've just gotten back in to eat again. I'm up to, I think, 155. I checked a couple days ago at the doctor's. Yeah, I know you are. You're right back here. This is you, Jules, right? I'm assuming it's the same thumbnail, right? Oh no. Okay, Jules. Okay, no, somebody else. Everything I was wrong. It looked like the same thing. Well, the hospital food's pretty heavy. Okay. Brooklyn Chick, I changed my profile. I know, I think everybody's changed. I haven't been on here in like, what, it's been 3 months now? It's blunt. Well, plus it's small. And my eyes aren't the same they used to be. It's weird with this, like, That's how I feel totally. I mean, when I'm sitting like this and doing this, it's weird because everything seems kind of fine. Like I didn't have a stroke, but then when I move and things kind of go haywire, I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, that was fun. That live's still up. It still exists. All the long arguments we had still exist. Hey Dax, not much. Just trying to get back into the flavor of lives. I kept wanting to do them, and then I would totally forget, and all of a sudden it was like way late. So I'm trying to sneak back into it. Yeah, I argue a lot with my mom now. I think it's because I'm missing the whole online argument stuff. My mom today said, or she's been saying, I can't even talk to you anymore. You just want to argue with me. You argue about everything. But you know, she's still all there, but she is 80. So she comes from a different, generation. So we argue about things. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's probably as random as my lives always were. I just had more fun because I was drinking when I was out here, so I was kind of in my own little world all the time. Now, Mr. Sober Lollipop Guy. Well, thank you, Jules. Yeah, I'm trying to stay alive. I'm not really doing anything that will hurt me as much as I was doing, like smoking and drinking. So, and I have to go to a lot of doctors now. I actually have a neurologist, I have a cardiologist, and I have a regular doctor again. So I'm getting checked all the time. I'm actually now checking my high blood pressure all the time. It's a lot lower than it was before, even before when I was on different meds. Now it's every time I've gone and got tested, even at the hospital, my blood pressure is pretty damn low. It was always through the roof when I was at the doctor's office, but now it's like, well, not way low, but 122 over 85 sometimes, which is good for me. I used to be like 140 over 90s all the time, so definitely dropped. Yeah, that was funny. The Australian golf guy. You do sound just like him, huh? Yeah. So I said I'll be back. I'll be back on the regular, and I'll be back more on the regular with uploading videos too. I still have some old ones to put up of me when I was a young little whippersnapper. Well, you know, in the 80s, a lot younger than I am now, but I have some good ideas for some funny flashbacky ones of what happened to me in the hospital. I had some issues. Let's just say that. And I don't know. I've been coming up with ideas for some kind of new videos. I'm just not. Oh, it's weird. I used to film stuff so much, and I would think I wasn't doing much. But now I'd like to be like, oh, I'm gonna have to set up the camera. I'm gonna do this video. It's gonna take like 2 or 3 different camera setups. Before that was never a thought. Now it's like, oh, all right, I'll film this, but I just don't feel like it right now. And then I get on the computer, I'm like, oh, now I gotta edit this. And I used to be like, I would edit and do things just because I was bored. And now it's like it takes a lot for me to actually like sit down. And then I don't know, I think it's because of stroke. Like I can't find things. I'm like, where's that video? I just filmed it. I just uploaded it. Where'd I put it? I mean, I was starting, 55, you start forgetting short-term memories. But I was like, I'll have to go to the other computer like 4 times and re-find the video and then re-put it on the flash drive to take it to the other computer to put it in to edit it. And I put it in and I'm like, what did I call it? I just put on here. What did I call that video? It should be easy to find. I should have called it this. And I'm like, I can't find it. I'm like, it's crazy. And I had to mail something to the post office today, and it was going to a foreign country. It's going to Israel. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm more into videoing life stuff. Or I've always done. I mean, if you look back at my channel in the beginning before the fishing, it was all like just dumb, fun, little stupid stuff that I did. Then I thought I was a great fisherman for like 20 years, 15 years, and focused on that and didn't do any of the fun videos. And I just kind of realized, they didn't like me as a fisherman. I just didn't fit in. But oh well. I tried. I have over 1,000 videos on there, so I didn't give up early. I kept trying, but now this has happened. It's made me rethink what's going on, and plus I got all that old footage. So I don't know. It just kind of changed everything. And I said now I'm stranded at home, and I can't really. I mean, I go places. And Jay, I said I've been feeling okay. It's weird people say, "Hey, I feel fine." Except when I walk around or if I look to the left or the right really quick, because sometimes when I do that, it's kind of like, it's funny because I said I used to drink to get that kind of like off feeling, just a little bit of a buzz, but I would drink to the point that I would kind of, get a little off balance when I walked. That's pretty much what this stroke did to me. Now I kind of feel like I'm off balance, like I've had a case of beer all the time. When I try to walk or I try to do things really meticulous and accurate, I'm just a little like like I can't grab the bottle exactly the way I used to, right? Sometimes I miss it or I grab it a little early. Or I do that. Spill water on me. Or you guys will probably laugh because I'll probably do. Right now I'm doing pretty good with putting it right in my mouth, but there might be a time when I'm not thinking about it and I go to do it fast and I might hit myself in the eyeball with my lollipop. I do it a lot with my fingers or my hand. I'll go to like rub my eye and I'll hit it. I'll like move it too fast and I'll totally like slap my forehead. And I'm like, okay. I actually still have 3 fishing videos that I filmed before this November. I just haven't felt like putting them together yet. I have them all in there. They're all on film. They're all filmed. And then November happened. And yeah, I don't know. I probably will do some more fishing. newer ones eventually, but just for fun now. I don't think they were ever. I mean, people obviously. I mean, I get it. They didn't like me as a fisherman. It's understandable. I'm different than a lot of fishermen, or I acted different. And when I used to do the tournament bass fishing, the club I was in with a friend of mine, and he would go to the meetings when I wasn't there. And he told me, he goes, nobody in the club likes you. I'm all, what? He's like, well, I mean, they like you as a person. They really don't like you as a fisherman. I'm like, all right. And he would try and tell me some of the stuff they said about me. I'm like, that's cool. I'm used to being on the outside. No big deal. I can still outfish them, so it doesn't matter what they think of me. People can hate you if you're better than them. That's fine. I mean, it's more jealous than hating, but I don't know. I don't even have anything in my car anymore. Of course, I can't drive it, but none of my poles are in there. My tackle box. Well, one box I put back in there, but the other boxes and everything aren't even in there. They thought I was getting lucky. Yeah, I'm not going to be on much longer. I just jumped on here. No, they said I was just getting lucky. Well, I got first through third in 11 tournaments in a row. In like spring, summer, winter, and fall. I'm like, how is that getting lucky? I think I'm pretty good at what I do. I fish different. Big deal. I'm still good. I still do good enough. But the truth is, Ozzy, I would never want to hang out with them. I hung out with them once in the parking lot, and it was embarrassing. They were like sitting there, and like if any girl walks by, they're all like doing the cat calling, like, hey, cheeky, hey, come over here, come on. And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? It's embarrassing. I don't want to be seen with you. Yeah, it was like, guys at a construction site kind of thing. Oh, I'll have to learn this again.
Bonjour, senor. Yeah, I'm French. I'm the French Aussie outlaw. That doesn't make sense, does it?
Oui, oui. Oui. What is up?
Bonjour, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm still here, unfortunately.
I don't even know how to put a fucking picture up anymore. Like a photo. Edit audio avatar. How do you do that? This avatar.
I know. That's what I said when I get on here. I was like, it said add 6-number pin from your email. I'm all, what? You fucking don't remember me anymore? I did a 12-hour live. It should remember me.
I can choose a picture. All my other pictures are gone. This one from fucking was in a band.
I know.
It was about 20.
That's what happened to me. Everything on my computer's gone.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. I guess I wasn't on it for 3 months, and it decides you're not around anymore. Get rid of everything. That's right. Your picture isn't there.
Yeah, I can't get it to. Oh, fuck.
And you didn't take it away. It's just not there.
I didn't do nothing. I don't even come on fucking YouTube.
Well, it's StreamYard too. They're probably the ones that remember it. They kicked me off.
Hey, I'm nearly finished mine, and I've got the chocolate one. That's my last one. Joel's bought me. That big pack of 70. That's fucking a lot of Tootsie Pops.
Oh, and my computer got rid of everything too. It got rid of all my. I got kicked out of my email. I got kicked off GoDaddy.
GoDaddy.
I-
Who's your daddy? Who's your fucking daddy?
Yeah, I'm still on GoDaddy. I still don't have a website. If you go there, it says it's being held. I
Oh,
haven't
yeah?
uploaded it again. No, is I had to pay him, and I was in the hospital. I didn't bring anything to do any work there.
Nah.
And I came back and I called the guy to pay for it, and he goes, "Oh, it's so long that it's no longer there. We erased it." I went, "What?"
Get
He goes,
fucked.
"Yeah, I can sign you up for a year of hosting, but you'll have to go back and reload the website. Do you have it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have a backup." He goes, "Well, there you go." I'm like, "All right, but how come you guys didn't call me or something?" Because GoDaddy would call me. My mom, I get on,
Yeah.
my mom's like, "GoDaddy called you." I'm all, "Why?" She's like, "Oh, about renewing something or paying." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I got that. I'll pay him."
What's the middle shit in these fucking Tootsie Pops, though? Is it just like, I never normally eat the middle
Tootsie.
bit. Huh?
You have the Tootsie Pop,
Yeah.
then it's Tootsie in the middle. It's like the
It's
like
Tootsie
there's
Roll Pop.
candy, the Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie,
Yeah, it's on the inside.
Tootsie Roll Pop. Yeah.
Oh, you can bring them out here. I got water. Hey, Ozzy, my mom just asked me if I wanted my pills.
Hey.
I should tell her I'm talking to the golf announcer.
Yeah. Mrs. CB.
No, they got
Mrs.
the Tootsie Roll. I heard how it happened. One guy that worked at the factory was eating the Tootsie Rolls and having a lollipop. And he came up with the idea of putting Tootsie in the middle of a lollipop and calling it a Tootsie Pop. He introduced it to the owner, and then a year later, a couple months later, we got Tootsie Pops.
Do you know what some people used to do at school when I was at high school? They used to get friggin' a packet of potato chips, a buttered bread roll, and put the potato chips in there and
Inside it? Yeah.
Yeah. Is that weird or what? Or is that normal?
No, it's a good thing. The crunch with it.
I had it once. But I don't remember if it was actually any fucking good, to be honest. But,
Well, if you watch Garden State, the movie, the grip guys, the guys that do the setup.
Yeah.
They had the catering. He brings you out and he goes, "Yeah, here's what we eat." He makes a peanut butter sandwich and puts Cheetos in the middle of it, so you get the sweet and the peanut butter and you get the crunch and the. But I've seen a lot of people haven't watched a lot of cooking shows, but they put a lot of stuff. They put a lot of stuff in food and things that gives it crunch, so you have crunch and different textures. Here's my my pills now. These are the last two of the night.
Thanks, Mrs. CCB.
One's cholesterol and one's high blood pressure.
Gotcha. Hey, wasn't that interesting? Your old girlfriend fucking joined us. I nearly married you on fucking me live.
I know.
That time.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was Emily.
Well, I haven't seen anybody in forever because I've been.
Emily, do you honor? I don't even know what fucking.
Eames, what? Made in Taiwan.
Yeah, Emily, do you promise to honor and obey CCB?
Yeah, I remember her as made in Taiwan. Then she became something else.
Yeah, and
now she's been Eames' bride for a while now.
Yeah, and agree to fetch his slippers and get him his pipe at the end of the day.
Yeah. Remember when we were on live with her with the people that she was taking care of?
Oh fucking! I used to wreak havoc on her fucking channel.
Yeah, when she was in there like washing the dishes and stuff.
Yeah, funny.
That was funny.
He was an old guy. He was a bit of a cranky old guy. The guy she looked after. He's a bit fucking.
Oh yeah, him and his wife.
Yeah, but fucking. Did you ever see her do the fucking martial arts?
Yeah, when she'd take him out and do martial arts with him, or she'd walk with him.
She's fucking good.
Yeah. I remember she used to take him out and do that stuff with him.
And you were almost married, and just I don't know, you wouldn't commit, would you?
Oh yeah. We met on your live, didn't we?
Yes, you did. Everyone meets on I used to meet on my live stream. There was 17 marriages come of that. I'm the 18th one. But yeah. It was like a matchmaker's fucking dating game. What do you call it? The dating game?
I'm doing pretty good with the accuracy with my lollipop.
Yeah, but like I wrote in the chat, they're just like, that's down to coordination. I'm sure that comes back. You'll be right.
Well, I can feel it, and it's the left hand more than the right.
I'm glad none of my mates could see me. I'm sitting here. Oh, I should have. I can't put my camera on. I would put my camera on if I was on my phone. Here Rhymes. Look at Aussie Outlaw sitting there, fucking eating Tootsie Pops with his mates.
Yeah, I know. These things are great. I can't believe I gave up on them. I just totally gave up on them. Like 20 years ago. But I used to have them so much.
You know what?
I couldn't go out. If I forgot one, I had to go by the store and buy one. Like, I couldn't go out without them.
When I go shopping, I buy fucking. I love what do you call it? Salt and vinegar chips. Fuck be dead.
Oh, I always
I didn't
did
get
that.
I didn't get any this week.
I did cherry and grape. Those were the two flavors I did.
I lost
Orange,
a shit
if
ton of weight.
that's all they had. Raspberry, if there were only ones left. But I used to give them at 7-Eleven in that box, that cardboard box that had the top you ripped off.
Yeah.
And they were like 25 cents a piece, 10 cents at first. And I think they went to a quarter. Now they have them in $1.25 store, and they're in a 5-pack.
Used to be fucked if you just went decimal, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be able to call it a quarter or a dime or quarter.
No, they changed it. They changed ours here. It's $1.25 store now, but it's still called the Dollar Tree. And nobody thought anything of that. It went all of their stock went up 25% in one day, and nobody cared.
Nah.
Imagine if every store had suddenly raised their prices 25% in one day.
Fucked. Yeah, they can get
That'd
fucked.
be on the news. That'd be a huge issue. But the dollar store, nobody cared.
No, I don't give a fuck. I love going to those stores, and I don't know. I've got this always had this thing about fucking getting a bargain. I always feel like I've I don't know, achieved something.
Great.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking bargain. Look at this thing.
That's where I go and get all my snacks.
Look at me, I'm king of the castle. I've got a bargain.
I just got some Starbursts. I got Starbursts in there. I got Mentos in there. I got Red Vines in there. They have Red Vines and Twizzlers.
I don't know all your stuff. Charles is going through. Do you have this? Do you have that? And I go.
I get all my corn nuts in there. They have Pringles and all that stuff in there. I mean, Pringles are what, like $5 for one of those tubes?
Fucking overrated, aren't they?
I know, and you go in there and they're $1. Everybody's like, they're old. I'm all expiration date 10/23. That's not old.
We've
next October.
We got the reject shop here. It's similar. It's like stuff that's out of
seconds.
Not seconds. It's more so. You started like that. Damaged cardons.
It's called rejects. It doesn't say that.
Nah,
Reject
it's like
for us.
end of line stuff. Where it's like.
What about refurbished? Kind of refurbished or no?
Nah, it's food items and stuff like that. But you get shampoo and shit like that there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they'll sell Gillette razors, a brand that they'll stop making that line. And they'll buy up the fucking container.
Oh, yeah. Something that's past its expiration date, but it's not edible.
Oh, yeah? I guess.
Yeah, it's like, hey, they made these razors 40 years ago. Yeah, but they're still good, and you don't eat them.
Yeah.
So
it's like the Russians. Look, the Russians, they got ration packs that are only fucking 14 years out of date, and they're trying to fight a fucking war.
I know there's all those people that do those YouTube videos on eating the old military ration packs.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them. The fuck?
Who would have thought that'd be a thing? But they're big channels, and that's what they do.
Yeah, there's some weird fucking things going around though.
They eat stuff from the 40s and the 50s, from World War II and World War One. They're dehydrated. They're still good.
They turn into a werewolf. You don't hear much about them anymore, do you? Werewolves.
No, they're back now. Now they're doing werewolf. There's werewolf zombies now.
Oh, fuck. You kidding me?
Yeah. I just saw that on the show. Yes, something I was watching yesterday, but they were talking about werewolf zombies. Like, how do you get a werewolf zombie? Well, a zombie kills a werewolf. And then it comes back, and it's a zombie werewolf.
I'm never comfortable with the werewolves, to be honest.
Now, did you ever see What We Do in the Shadows?
Is that a
band? You ever
band?
seen that movie?
Oh, no. What? It's a movie?
Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh
I
no,
think it's
no. I thought you
I
said
think it's
I thought you said
I,
Scooby Doo in the shadows. I'm
no
like, what the fuck?
what we do in the shadows. It's like I think it's an Australian film.
Um, we
It's a
don't make films in
foreign.
Australia.
It's like a foreign indie, but
What we do in the what shadows?
it's about vampires in the modern age
Um,
and how they deal with being vampires in 2021.
what's it called?
What we do in the shadows.
It's a TV series. It says here.
No, it's a movie. Did they turn it into a TV series? Because the original is a movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, set in New York's Staten Island.
Yeah,
Follows the lives of three traditional vampires. Fuck.
yeah, and one of them's the old school one that's like 300 years old. The rest of them are all new. Because you can't see yourself in the mirror, so you don't know what you look when you're going out to the clubs.
Okay, there was 2 seasons of the television show.
Oh, and they can't go inside a club; they have to be invited in. So that was an
Yeah.
issue too.
Here, the
And
film, based on the feature film of the same name from Jermaine Takia Wakatiti. He sounds New Zealandish.
but there's a really good scene in there where they have an issue with they meet these guys that are vampires.
The clever, fun mockumentary from New Zealand about 4 vampires sharing a flat is a refreshing take on the genre. It has the vampires wrestling with everyday fucking things.
They have a big issue with the modern day werewolves because they don't like each other.
There you go. New Zealand, people are
yeah, it was New Zealand. Okay, I knew it was foreign.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny though. It's a good documentary.
Oh, well,
it's almost right up there with what's the music one? I can't think of it right now.
Oh yeah, I know. Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap, yeah, it's right up there with Spinal Tap.
Have you ever seen?
As far as a documentary.
Have you ever seen the documentary? It's not a mockumentary. A documentary on the band Anvil.
No.
I think Anvil were Canadian. They were a hard rock band from the 80s. They had the first album was a massive hit, and what they did, they went and made a documentary about them 30 years later, and they were still trying to make it big again. And it's fucking sad. It's a bit like Spinal Tap, but you know what? Out of it, they ended up making it big again, and they tour the world.
Yeah, they got big again. Well, that's like Journey's playing here in like a couple weeks. I'm like, is there even any of the original band in Journey anymore?
Yeah, is anyone in there? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, somebody owns the rights, and that's how it keeps going.
Do you know what?
But
the Australian band Little River Band? Little River Band?
Are they still together? Well, they're all still together.
No. Well, what happened? A guy joined the band, right? And then he was an original. He joined the band, and then the other guys ended. They finished, but this guy kept the band going.
Yeah, he had the rights.
He owns the rights to the fucking band, and he was just a blow-in. The original singer, Glenn Shorrock, and the other guys that wrote all the songs.
He was like he was a step-in bassist in their last year.
And they are not allowed to tour under the fucking name Little River Band. So they have to tour under their own name. Oh, it's fucked up, isn't it?
Well, you know the Specials are still around.
They're English band, punk, semi-punk, mod.
The ska band, the Specials.
Yeah, ska band. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, remember Concrete Jungle and. Yeah, when I was in San Francisco last year, I was in San Francisco. I was at my friend's club and I looked up on the wall and they had Specials playing so and so, and they had a bunch of other old '80s bands. And I'm like, these guys are still around. He's like, well, somebody still owns their name. So yeah, they sell themselves out at these places as the Special Selector, all these old like ska and punk bands.
I just remembered the fucking album cover, and it's just called The Special, the black and white album cover. I knew I'd seen that before.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
like Checkers.
Yes.
Yeah,
I knew
and
that
he's got the like high the fishing shoes.
Yes. Yep.
With the white socks on.
Do you know what? I told this story before, but I don't think you know it. I went to
I was a mod in high school.
I went to Tasmania years ago. My sister used to live there, and we went on the ship with my little sister. It's only an overnight trip, and when we were going there, I was in the front bar of this ship, this big old ex-cruise liner, and drinking there, and it got a bit rough. My little sister said, "Oh, we'll go and get something to eat." I go, "I'll stay in the bar because it's fucking a bit rough. I'm not going to eat." Kept on drinking. There was these black American men just down the bar from me, about 5 of them, and they were pretty drunk. They were drunk when they got on the fucking boat. Anyway, they're drunk, and they fucking start singing, and I'm going, "Fuck, these guys are incredible." And then the fucking other drunk one will come in and they'll harmonise together. I'm going, fucking bunch of drunks just
Who
fucking
was it?
singing.
Was it Fishbone?
No. And anyway, I go, fuck, you guys fucking should do something, fucking, And I get to the casino about a night or two later, there, and there in the entrance is what were they called?
Oh.
Fuck, I nearly forgot who they were.
Living Color.
Fuck. No. It was the Drifters. The Drifters.
Oh, that even older. Wow, that's really old. The
many hits.
Drifters.
Fuck, they had many hits, and they're old guys.
Yeah.
And I go, and I look
They're
as
like my age.
I look, well, my age, I'm older than you, and I look and I go, fuck, that's the guys on the ship. Fucking idiot. There they were, fucking, just thought they were a bunch of drunks.
Well, I knew a bunch of them, the ones from Fishbone.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the 80s band Fishbone?
I think I do. I'm not sure.
They were a ska band.
Mm.
But I knew some guys that had a band here in Carmel, but they knew them. And sometimes they would come down here and stay with them. And they would play around here.
And we all take heroin together. That's the fucking guy.
Probably. I don't know. I just remember all these black guys that came down here. And I would party with them and my friends. I think Rented Tux. That was the name of my friend's band.
Oh, really?
Rented Tux.
I was in one band.
They played proms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They were called Rented Tux.
They
played all cover
Van
stuff.
Demons. Yeah, did it all. Yeah, one band called Van Demons, which is Tasmania.
Yeah, but they were friends with the guys from Fishbone. Because Carmel, San Francisco, San Jose, only about an hour away, hour and a half. So
I don't know nothing about that area.
I just remember they used to come down here and hang out.
I don't go to any state or any country where the water's not good to drink from the tap. That's me.
My friend lives on his parents' house on Carmel, not scenic, the one on the beach.
Wasn't fucking Clint Eastwood the mayor of Caramel?
He was for like a year, yeah.
What, he only got elected for a year? What is he fucking?
Well, this guy I'm talking about is my friend JJ. I put up a video of him skating, but he lived in his parents' house right on the beach in Carmel. Like a multi-million-dollar house. It had like all of his dad's exotic animals he killed on the wall, like gazelle head and like real zebra skin on the marble floor.
And they're just fucking troublesome fucking things, zebras. They're fucking,
his parents' house, they had a helipad.
Mm-hmm. Well, where else are you gonna land your helicopter?
And he had a
car park.
He had a big indoor-outdoor riding stable.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to get wet while you're riding.
He was Italian. JJ, I think in Musono or something, like Italian family,
When I quarter horse
Italian family?
Yeah, when I do my quarter horse riding, I prefer it indoors because I don't want to fucking mess up my hair. I'm with you on that, for sure.
Yeah, but I used to hang out with him a lot. And of course, that house in the back, he had a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
And he just didn't.
You have to.
He didn't want to drive all the way because his parents lived way out in Carmel Valley, like 10 miles out in Carmel Valley in the big house.
Is that like Caramel?
He didn't want to stay there, so they let him stay at the beach house.
Is that like Caramel, as in like the fucking in between?
Carmel.
Caramel.
Yeah. Mm. That's where, Clint was mayor for 1 year, and it was a big deal.
I have what's it called?
And his restaurant there, Hog's Breath.
We have that here, Hog's Breath.
Is that might be one of his as well?
That's we have the chain. We have the chain of Hog's Breath. There's only about 3 of them in my city, but
I don't know. The original Clint Eastwood restaurant is in Carmel, and it's called the Hog's Breath. I don't know
You know
if you
what's opening up?
franchise them.
You know what's opening up everywhere here in Australia? For one, Carl's Jr. Fucking everywhere
Oh,
you look,
really?
Carl's Jr. is coming up, and
Well, that's pretty good.
Taco Bell everywhere.
Oh, Taco Bell got their way in there now.
Yeah, it just started, but I've had both.
Yeah,
And
I had.
those,
Is Taco Bell in Germany or no? I had McDonald's in Germany,
I don't know if it is, but
and
as
I
Joel's,
had
Joel's seen the
Pizza Hut.
yeah, fuck pizza. But when
That
you've
was
seen our
early
menu in
90s.
Australia, it's totally different than the American menu. More healthier.
Yeah, I have a bunch of the menus from McDonald's in Germany, and they're all written in German. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, it all tastes the
This was
same, mate. I've had fucking McDonald's all through the world, and fucking
well, this was
tastes exactly the same.
91. This was 1991, so it was a smaller world back then.
Yeah, but they all taste the same. You know what I mean? Every McDonald's
Oh
wherever you
yeah,
go in
it's
the
just
world
that
tastes
they have
identical.
different names. And it's in German. It was in Munich. It was a two-story McDonald's.
I had last McDonald's I had overseas was in before COVID when I was in the Philippines. I had fucking McDonald's.
What I really
It's
want to
fucking
see on the
starving.
news. Are there any in where the war is going on?
Any
Ukraine
McDonald's? Yeah, it would be.
or any like American fast food restaurant? Do they
Well,
have any over there?
I think it only, if anything, would be McDonald's and maybe KFC.
I'd love to see a video of a tank pulling up at a drive-in.
Oh, you know what's funny? We've been laughing. You see these fucking farmers that are towing away a fucking tank that they've found abandoned, taking it back to their
Yeah,
farmhouse. It's only between $1 and $1.5 million worth of fucking tank. It's like,
I know.
fuck, I'll sell
It's
it
like
after the war. He's saying, fuck.
it's tank jacking now.
Yeah, it's like, fuck.
Tank jacking.
And the farmers all go by how many tanks they now own.
I know.
Funny.
Some farmer has a barn out in his yard with like 5 tanks in it.
Yeah, fucking oath. That's fucking
I'm gonna
funny
be
as
rich
fuck.
after this war.
Yeah. But I'm not making light of the fucking war itself.
I'm not making light of it either, but it is
No,
kind of funny that they're stealing
that is
tanks.
funny. And it works out the Russians don't even know how to fight. They're no threat to anyone. They don't even
Well,
know
I
how to
keep
fight
saying,
a war.
well, the thing is, they're finding them on their cell phones, and that's how they're attacking them. I'm
Well, do you
like,
see
well,
what
what
they
do you
did?
think?
Because they took
They're
out the
18-year-old kids. They all have their phones. They don't really even want to be at a war. They don't even know what's going on. But they all have their phones, and if your phone's on, they can find you.
The ones they've captured look like fucking old farmers that don't want to be there. This is your fighters. Fuck me dead.
Well, is that the Ukrainian or the old Russians?
No, the Russians that they've captured. You
Oh,
look at
but
them
I
and go,
said, but a lot of them are young kids.
oh, not the ones I've seen. They've been old fucking terrible. They look like drunks from the park.
Oh, really? From way out back? They look like they're from Swamp
pitiful.
People.
I don't think you'd be fucking
The American Swamp People show.
After this, I don't think Russia should be threatening any country with anything. You're fucking incapable of fucking driving a tank.
I know, but it's funny that they're blowing them up because they're finding them. I'm like, well, how hard is it? These kids don't know that if you have your phone on,
well, they
the
have
GPS
to
is
because
on.
they don't have any form of military fucking communication because they took out all their modern stuff. Communication devices rely on the fucking system, and they blew up all the fucking communication systems in the Ukraine.
I know.
Fucking idiots.
I know. It's crazy.
So they got no direction what to even do. Advance, fucking, no one's leading.
Well, I know, but it's really weird because I was telling people, I'm like, because I live here, and San Jose is the city.
Do
pretty much
you know the way to San Jose?
No, but what I was saying is, it's weird because the World War wars back then, it didn't happen there. I mean, every once in a while they rolled into a town, but it was mostly out in like fields and stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's like in the middle of a city that has like a McDonald's on the corner, or
you haven't seen much of World War II, have you?
a Winfield some. Well, some World War II, but World War One was a lot more.
Trench warfare. A lot of trench warfare. Yeah, true.
But World War II, it was so long ago. I mean, yeah, they're in a city, but they don't look like today's cities. Like
Australia's won nearly every war there ever was. They won the American Civil War. We won the Vietnam War. We won World War One, World War Two. We won fucking the Boer War. There's no war that Australia hasn't won. We just win them all. We're good at winning
Well,
wars. We won the look North and South American Civil War. Australia won that.
Oh, really?
Easy. We won that easy. It wasn't even that. We didn't even have to fucking put much in for that. It was pretty easy.
You just knocked on the door and everybody left.
What was the other war you fought against the English for your freedom?
Knock on the door and they're, who is it? Australia, we're here for the war.
We won that war too.
Hello, hello. You open the door,
We've
there's
won.
like nobody left inside.
Australia's won wars that haven't been even fought yet. We've already won.
Yeah. I thought it'd be fun to like a war frockumentary about a war. Like because they're talking about all these Russians that don't even know they're in a war, and they haven't told them they're in a war. They think they're doing training missions.
No fucking way they think that. That's so much bullshit.
But it'd be fun to do a movie, the movie that nobody wanted to fight, and just kind of do it off that, like where you're there and you're in the tank and you drive up and everybody's like, "The fuck you doing here? What are you doing? They get the tank off my lawn." No, I'm here for the war. There ain't no war going on. Get the tank off my lawn. I'm gonna make you pay for that. You tore up my lawn. Like, no, we're at war. I'm here for the war.
You know what? I always looked at Russia, and I followed a lot of people in Russia, YouTube channels, and they do lots of different shit. And fucking that country in the last 15 to 20 years has advanced hugely, where there's a lot of wealth there. And you look at them all driving around in their fucking fancy SUV BMWs and Mercedes and all that. Wow. Let's see you get some.
I know. I've never been there. I don't know much about it.
Oh, have a look. Yes, some fucking money there.
Well, but with the sanctions, aren't they taking all that stuff or taking everything they can?
Well, private citizen, if you live there, they can't take nothing from you. But yeah.
Well, they say,
I'm not talking about these mega billionaires.
Yeah, like the people that they say are associated with
Putin,
what's his name, the president, and then they take everything. They've been taking their yachts and their houses and everything. If they think they're associated with the government, they seize everything. It's like, let's go get his yacht.
Well, they don't take everything because some of the big fucking Russian people own English fucking soccer clubs. They haven't taken them.
They've taken some of their houses and stuff they have here in the U.S.
How can they? I don't get how they can seize your house when you legally own it.
They wrote it in with the sanction stuff, man.
I know. I guess you've only got to write it in there and add that to the thing, and you go,
yeah,
that's it.
It's like when they put those propositions for us Americans to vote on. And on the 4th, it's about helping kids get food and stuff. And then the 43rd page is something about tobacco and cigarettes. Yeah. They sneak it in at the end.
Yeah. Well, you like go, oh, fuck, I don't remember that. You fucking motherfuckers.
Proposition 14, that's about helping the homeless kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
How come now we don't have, how come there's a tax on cigarettes? How'd that get in that proposition? Oh, somebody stuck it in at the end.
Oh, that's how they get. That's how they get all the people to stop smoking here in Australia. They fucking just tax the fuck out of it. A packet's worth $30-something bucks. One packet.
Yeah, that's what they're doing here. Is all the taxes go to smoking.
But they just keep taxing it and taxing it. $30 for a
and our gas too. They keep taxing. You know, our gas. The tax on our gas is like 51 cents now or something like that.
Same here, but you know what they're doing? What they're just announced now, they've announced now they're going to take 20 cents off while the fuel costs have gone up. So the tax excise on fuel is going down.
They just did a thing here that they're gonna take off the gas tax. But
yeah, for 6 months they're doing it here, which is good. It's going to help people.
It's good, but none of the prices have gone down yet.
Well, they haven't introduced it, but it started dropping anyway because the price of oil's dropped like anything. Ours has gone down from a litre, $2.20 something. It's already down to $1.90.
What I want to know, what else in the world has 9/10 at the end? Can you think of anything else that you buy that has 9/10 at the end?
We're decimal. We don't have any of that shit, mate. Sorry, the rest of the world is decimal.
No, how much? But how much your gas?
I paid $1.
Does it have 9/10 at the end or no?
No, we're metric. There's no such thing as 9/10.
Oh, but does it have a fraction?
It's a point.
Is it? Well, I don't know. Ours is
Ours-
$9, $6 now, 601
Okay,
and
ours is-
9/10.
Okay, I paid $1.90.2
Oh, see, yours has a point in it.
because it's decimal. We don't have
Right,
decimal
but ours
currency like
has
the rest of the
ours
world.
has 9/10.
Yeah, because
But,
you're still
but
in the
where else
past.
do you? But where
You're
else
still
do you
in-
get that?
Nowhere.
Do
Most
you?
countries in the world are decimal. A metric, sorry, metric.
Well, no,
system.
but where do you get a fraction when you buy something? Like for us,
It's a fraction of
food
a
or
cent.
stereo or anything else, we don't have a fraction at the end. It's a straight price.
Yeah, if you're buying a commodity, you would though. If you're buying bulk flour, I don't know. It's pretty.
I was
fucked up,
going to
though.
do something about it. I would say, who gets that 1/10 of a cent when we buy gas?
Well, do you
That
know
could
what?
add
The
up to a
gas,
lot of money.
the gas station owners, and I know it's
Yeah,
here.
that
Like, I bet
that
it's
could
just
be
they
a lot of money.
They make fuck all on a gallon of gas. The actual owner of the station gets fuck all from that.
Well,
They're
think about it.
We're talking a cent too.
Every 10/10 is a penny.
I don't know.
No, every 100/10 is a penny, right? Because every 10/10 would be 1/10 of a cent.
Oh, I don't know all these fucking fractions, mate. Fuck.
Or but somebody's making that money because we can't pay them that 1/10. We don't have a 1/10 cent, so they're just taking it. I don't know. I haven't researched it, but I always wondered where our gas price had the 9/10.
Okay. There's only 3 countries in the whole world that don't use the metric system. One is you,
Yeah.
United States, Liberia, and Myanmar.
Didn't we try to do it? Didn't we try to do it once?
No.
Didn't the original Bush try to change us to metric and it didn't work?
No.
It's not
So there's
that
only
hard.
3 countries. So put it realistically, you're the only country.
It's not really that hard.
It's
all of my tools.
It's more precise.
Yeah, and I have English and metric.
But you know what's funny? You know what's funny though? Joel's and I talking. In certain things in Australia, we'll use imperial measurement. It's weird. So we'll go. I still talk in feet. If you ask me how tall I am, I'm 5'10". I never use fucking 182 centimeters or something like that. What else? We still say an acre. What else?
Are you guys using acre?
Yeah, we still use an acre. They're supposed to use hectare.
What's the metric? Is there a metric in acre?
Hectare. Isn't it hectare? Yeah, I think it's hectare.
No, hectare is like 2-point-something acre.
Yeah, I don't know. I just use acres to be honest.
2.46 is the point for acre. 2.46 something equals 1 acre.
Yeah, I think you're right. That rings a bell. But we don't, like in cooking. So if you get something with the cooking directions on the back of it, it'll say add 1 cup or half. Let's say add 3/4 cup of milk. But then it'll say 3/4 cup of milk, and then in brackets it'll say 250 milliliters. So we have both. We have both. It's like weird. Only when we choose though.
Well, see, 13 millimeter is half inch, but it's not half inch. It's more precise.
Yeah, it's so many digital.
But you can get away with a half ounce on a 13 millimeter bolt.
But see, when you get to like tolerances,
they all sort of line up, but they're always a little off. And if the bolt's really tight and it takes a lot of pressure, you'll strip it.
Yeah, that's right. When you get the machinery tolerances, and especially the huge tolerances, the aircraft tolerances, you get down to 0.002 of a fucking millimeter, which is a hair. So you're talking like, I used to work in engineering.
Well, we're American. We're not that precise anyway. I mean, come on. You can tell.
You know why it's so hard? You're the biggest economy in the world, and to go and put that through, fuck, the undertaking would be crazy. We went metric in 1966 in Australia. So to do it,
I just heard it. I heard it from some comedian or something, but I think he said Bush Senior tried to switch us to metric.
I might have tried to get it to introduce,
but it didn't work.
Well, you got to get it through. got to push it
And he
through. It'll
goes,
take
and we all know
years.
how that went. And I go, I don't know how that went. I didn't pay attention when Bush Senior was president.
It'd probably take 10 years to fucking just try and implement it all. Cost
But
would be
nowadays,
fucking
everybody has Google, so it's easy. You just go to Google and type in the meter and convert, and you get the answer.
Yeah, but your country
Nobody-
doesn't use the metric system. That's the point. It's weird.
Well, but I have a German car, so I have to know all the metrics.
True. Yeah. You're supporting the Germans.
And a lot of the Japanese stuff you get and all that, it'll be a metric. Most
The
of their
world. The world is metric, except your country.
Well, thank God
Liberia.
screwdrivers aren't metric and American.
Liberia and Myanmar.
You know, we're glad, like screwdrivers. You still have straight and Phillips. They're not metric.
The United States' reluctance to fully adopt a metric system stems from when the British colonized the New World, bringing the imperial system with them. There you go.
Yeah. Do you imagine kids these days trying to convert?
Do you know what? I was at the age when we just sort of finished learning imperial as a kid, and then it changed. It all came in. It completely changed over. And I said, "No, from this date on, that's no longer taught." So it was hard as a kid. I can blame that on why I'm a bit fucking stupid.
Well, it said in America we don't even teach the kids cursive writing.
Oh, it's a bit hard to understand, though. You know, when your mum writes you a fucking card and you look at it and you go,
Yeah, they don't know how to read it or write it anymore. That's what our Constitution is written in.
Yeah, but if your mum sends you a fucking letter or a card at Christmas,
I can read it because I still write that way.
You look at it and you go, what the fuck does that even say? I don't know. I just put it in the drawer. I can't read
Yeah,
that.
but see, I grew up when I had to learn how to write it. So I can write it, read it, and it's totally fine. I just found out that they don't even teach it anymore. Kids don't write anymore anyway. It's all on the computer. I thought I forgot how to write because I hadn't done it in so long.
I don't know if you should be fucking teaching it or want to teach it because it's like confusing. Looks like it's fucking could be Japanese for all I know. My mum might be Japanese. She's died.
But I actually went into my room and got a pen and a piece of paper and signed my name because I hadn't signed my name in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I even still remember how to write in cursive? Do I even know how to do a signature? And so it's sitting on my desk right now. There's a sign, and it's Scott Caldwell written like 5 times in a row. Because I thought I'd forgotten how to write my own name, my signature. Because nowadays most people's signature is just a scribble.
Mine's just a cross.
But when I learned it, it had to be able to be read and be nice and neat.
Yeah, mine's a cross. And I said,
yeah, a lot of people it's just a cross or a wiggle.
They couldn't copy that. It's a well drawn cross.
Oh, it's like Prince.
Yeah.
When Prince became a symbol.
Well, Jesus signed his name after that with a cross. I don't know why. Maybe he had a premonition. I don't know. Fucking Jesus he was a bit wacky. He looked like a hippie, didn't he, Jesus? And all the fucking photos.
When I worked at Marshall's, I gave him a hard time because when you take a check, when you take a personal check, it says, please make sure signature on the check matches the writing on the check.
Oh, you got no hope.
Yeah, like Jill Spencer. You're supposed to match Jill Spencer to that little scribble at the bottom line when they sign it to give you the check. And I would say, I can't do my job anymore.
No.
Because there were such sticklers. And I would call them over. And I go, yeah, I don't know if I want to take this check from them. And they're like, well, why? I'm like, I can't match the print with the signature. Hey, you know why they hated me at Marshall's? Because I would do that to them all the time.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, Scott, just take the check. I'm all, no, but right here, look, right here on our guide for taking checks. It says.
Shut the fuck up. Just take the fucking check, mate.
And they would just throw it at me and walk away. And I'm like, but it's against protocol. It's against protocol. Come on.
Shut up. Fuck. She comes in here all the time.
Yeah. See, that's why they hated me at Marshall's.
Bitch.
Took
All
them
right, mate,
9
I'm gonna
years.
go. I gotta go.
Took
and
them
do
9
some
years to fire me, though.
9 years. I think you left on your own accord by the end of that. I think.
All right, well, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome, mate. I seen you back, and we seen that.
I need to get used to talking to people again, and you're perfect for it.
Yeah, I am, because I fucking don't shut up. I'm trying
Of
to
course,
shut up.
I do like the blank gray canvas, though.
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah,
miss the little.
You don't want people to just fucking slap you on the back and agree with you everything you fucking say. That gets a bit boring.
I miss the photo in the middle. You got to find that. It's somewhere on your
Oh
computer.
well, I don't know how to add it. I got the 3 dots, and I went add it, and there's no.
I
Fucking
don't remember. I don't know either. I never had it. I never learned how to do that.
Maybe that's me thing now. I don't come on fucking YouTube, but that's me thing.
Well, if I go live next Monday and you come on, find your damn picture again. At least for me.
I might even come on with me camera.
For the cripple, find your picture again.
No, I'll come on with me camera. I'll just come and sit here.
Oh, you never ever did that with me.
I don't. I've only ever done it twice, but I do it on Discord. In Discord, I do.
I know, but you've never done it when you've been with me. It was always that cool icon in the middle that blinked when you talked.
I'm much better looking than that. I'm telling you now.
All right. Well, maybe next week then.
All right then, mate.
If I come on. All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Cheers, man. Thanks for having a Tootsie Pop with me. It was really good.
And thanks for everybody else for coming on and listening to me. I'm gonna get used to it again. I swear.
Night, Charles. How do I get out of here? How do I leave?
I think it's at the bottom, isn't it? Mine says end.
Oh, leave studio. Okay, see you, mate. Thank you.
Then you have to hit it again, though.